Well, good morning. So today we will discuss the next data structure which we have, that is queue. So today we'll see what is queue, what are the different types of queues we have, what are the applications of queue, and its implementation using a C program. Like yesterday we have seen uh, program for implementation of a stack. So likewise we are going to see a program where we have implemented queue. So first, queue, of course, in the daily life, you come across these data structures, you use it many times. So it is an ordered collection of items where an item is inserted at one end called the rear end, and an exiting element item is removed from other end called the front end. Means it is a data structures where the elements are inserted from one end called the rear end, and the elements are removed from other end called the front end. Okay, so queue follows the principle first in, first in, first out. So you know that whenever a queue is formed, the person who is standing first will be served first, and then the later on. Okay, so only means the two operations which are performed here, the insertion and the deletion. Of course, the names may be different. Here in this presentation, it is given as NQ and DQ. Okay, so whatever the name we are using, the NQ here, the operation means the inserting the item into the back of the queue. Okay, the rear end of the queue, and DQ is the one which is removing the element from the front end of the queue. Okay, next. The queue can be implemented again in the two ways, using arrays and using pointers. That is nothing but your linker list actually. So most probably in the next class, I will explain you how to create a linker list and how to insert the element into a list, how to remove it. There's okay. There we will come across, we will understand how actually we can generate or we can create a data structure, either stack or a queue using linker list. But right now, our discussion, like yesterday, we will simply talk about how to insert the elements using how to insert an element into an queue using arrays here. Okay, so if you observe in the figure, see we have a front which is also assigned to -1 and rear is also assigned to -1. Okay, so as the elements are inserted, the front is assigned to you 0 and the rear is assigned to 4 in the next diagram. The meaning of that is the front means the element. If you want to remove an element, I will just increment the value. I will shift the front value to the next item. In the rear end, if I want to insert anything, I will insert the value. Means right now the rear contains 4. And if I want to insert an element, then I will increment the value of rate to 5, and then I will insert the element there. Okay, so likewise you are going to insert and remove the elements into a queue here. Next, we have 4 different types of queue: a simple queue, a circular queue, a priority queue, and a DQ, double-ended queue. Okay, so now the simple queue, if I explain you here, it is a queue where the insertion occurs at the rear end and the list of the list, deletion occurs at the front end of the list here. Means you are going to insert an elements at the rear end, means at the far end here, and you are going to remove the elements at the rear end, front end here. So that is what is a simple queue here. Okay, so next if I talk about the circular queue, then in the circular queue what happens here is it is a queue in which all nodes are treated as circular, such that the last node will follow the first node. The last node will follow the first node. In like here the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 5 is empty here. If I want to insert anything, it is entered at the 5 place, then at the 6th position, then at the 7th position. Now, for suppose if the front means if an element is removed, then the front is shifted to 1, and there will be an item which is empty here. Then after 7, the rear will become 0, and the element is going to be entered at the 0th position there. So likewise, in a circular way, we are going to insert the elements and then remove elements here. Now the condition here is if one of the condition is here is now if I see here, if I see here, if if you observe that the front is 0 and now if suppose the rear is becoming 7. Now if front is 0 and rear is 7, okay, if rear is 7, then we can say the queue is full there. Queue is full. You can see in the program, because today the C program which I'm going to discuss is about the circular queue itself. There you will understand the various conditions to check whether the queue is full or queue is empty. Okay, so that is circular queue, where the last element will be followed by the first element here. Then we have a priority queue. Priority queue in the sense which contains items which are having some present priority. An element can be inserted or removed from any position depending upon some priority. So here we are going to assign some priority to each and every element. Depending upon the element, depending upon the priority, you are going to insert the element here. Okay, so like for example, see if a line is formed and if a person who is of higher priority comes in, then what we'll do is we will make him to stand in front, or we will just push him to, means we can insert that element in the middle there, any position there. So that is what is the priority. I will talk about the priority more once I discuss the applications. Then we had a double-ended queue. Double-ended queue in which the insertion and the deletion can be done in either ends there. So you can delete a you can delete an element from the rear position, or you can remove an element from a front position also. Okay, so that's what is about this DQ here. Now the operations which you can perform, again as explained here, you can create an empty queue. After creating an empty queue, you can insert an element using this enqueue. Of course, the other, some other name I will be using in my program. Then we have a DQ, which is actually used to remove an element. So this DQ is different and this DQ is different. Remember, so here the same name is used, so don't get confused here. This DQ, this is a double-ended queue here. This DQ is the name of a function, but rather I prefer to use insert and delete as function names while inserting and deleting from a queue here. Then isEmpty is the function which is used to check whether the queue is empty or not, and the size actually returns the size of an queue here. Next, the memory representation of the queue. So when the queue is represented in the memory, so it is it can be represented in a form of a linear array. So using the linear array, you can represent. So let queue is an array. Two pointers called the front and rear are maintained here. The pointer front contains the location of the element to be removed or deleted. Okay, front always contains the value of the element which is to be removed or inserted, and the rear actually contains the last element that is to be inserted there. So if front is null, indicates the queue is empty. The rear is equals to n minus 1, where n is the size of the array. If rear is n minus 1, which indicates the queue is full. Okay, so next, see here in the representation also, it is shown here. If I see this here, both head and tail are pointing to the same. Both head and tail are pointing to the same thing here. When the element is inserted, so 27 is inserted. Okay, both are pointing to the same. If suppose the elements are inserted, the tail is moved at the far end. Okay, likewise, when you are removing also, the front will be moved from one position to another position. So this actually I will explain you in the program very clearly by taking some values here. Okay, then this is an algorithm again which is used to insert an element into a simple queue. So this algorithm actually states about a simple queue. So if rear is equals to n minus 1, then we can say the queue is full. If rear is equals to n minus 1, the queue is full. And if suppose front is null, then we are assigning front is equals to minus 1, rear is equals to minus 1. Okay. Else rear is equals to rear plus 1, increment the rear pointer and then insert the element. Queue of rear is equals to item. An item is inserted into the queue here. So again I repeat, so queue is an array with an elements here. Front is a pointer that contains the location of the element, and to be deleted, and rare is a one which contains the location, which points to the location where the elements need to be inserted. And item is the one which is supposed to be inserted here. If rare is equals to n minus 1, then you can say the queue is full or overflow, and you can exit from there. Otherwise, if front is null, you can assign front is equals to -1, rare is equals to -1, then, or else you can assign it to rare plus 1, then you can insert the element into an array. So that's what you can do here. If I go to the deletion here, if front is null, you can say the queue is empty. Otherwise, the item is equals to queue of front. The front element is assigned to the item which is removed. Then just increment. If front is equals to rare, then front is null and rare is null. Otherwise, front is equals to front plus 1. So if no elements are found, then both front and rare will become null there. Okay, so this is what actually about the insertion and deletion of an algorithm, means insertion and deletion algorithm in an simple queue here. Okay, so next we have the applications of queues. So we can have the simulations which can be created using the queues. Okay, various features of operating systems where the queues are being maintained. We have the multi-programming platform systems where the queues are necessary. Different types of scheduling algorithms also are required. Round-robin techniques, algorithms, printer server routines, various application softwares is also based upon the queue data structures. So queue is used in many ways. So for instance, so you will be learning a lot about the scheduling algorithms if you take, or you can take the phase replacement algorithms in your operating systems. So when I talk about this scheduling algorithms, so if you take first in first out, you have a scheduling algorithm, first in first out, where a process will be served which comes first. So the first in first out, the process which comes first will be served first. So there also a queue is maintained. When number of processes are coming, you will learn this in your operating system. When number of processes are coming one by one, what happened is a queue is formed, and then each process is served according to their arrival there. Okay, that is what the queue means. That's where the queue data structure is used. Likewise, you will be having another priority scheduling algorithm in case of the scheduling algorithms, a priority scheduling algorithm, where each processes will be having some priority. When a low priority process, means if a high priority process comes, of course, all the processes which are coming, which are waiting for CPU, will be in a queue there. If suppose any higher priority process comes, so it will be inserted in the queue. And also see, in case of printer, if you take printer, if you are giving printing means if you are giving files for printing one by one. Okay, if you are giving files for printing one by one, what happens here is all those files will be maintained in a queue. A printer queue will be there. So what the printer queue will be doing here is, one by one, it is taking the files or the documents or whatever the content which is supposed to be printed from the queue, and then it is going to print accordingly. Okay, so likewise, queue will be used in several places in your operating system. Okay, so that is about queue. Now, next I will be discussing about the program. So how we have implemented a program. So any doubt up to now for anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, shall I move on?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Thank you. Now, here it is. You see this program now, and I'll be showing you the execution also for this. Execute the program.
ఇప్పుడు బట్టలు ఎత్తుక్కోవడం నాన్న ఇప్పుడు బట్టలు ఎత్తుక్కోవడం
Ma? I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now see, just I'm executing this program. First I will show you the execution, then I will discuss the code with you. Now enter the size of the queue. I'm entering it as 3. So the size of the array is 3. Now like yesterday, it is going to display a menu where we can insert, delete, and we can display the contents of the queue here. So if I say 1, so which element you want to insert? So I want to insert 23. And again it is saying, so now again I said 1. And what is the element now? So 43. Again it is asking. So this time I just want to view the elements 3. So 23, 43. Yesterday when it was stack, it is displayed as 43, 23. Last in, first out. Now the principle which is used here, as I just said that it is first in, first out. So 23 and 43. Now again I said 1 option. Now this time 55. So 3 I'm giving. So 23, 43, 55. Now I want to remove the element. So 2. Giving the 2. So deleted number 23 is deleted. Now if I again view, I will get 43 and 55. Now if I again try to add now an element 1. See, you know that 23 will be in a 0th position, at an index 0. So it is removed. Now if I try to add now 1, it is asking for an element. So 67 is inserted. Now if I say 3, so see our output will be 43, 55 and 67. That's it. It is shown here. See 43, 55 and 67. Now if I if I try to again try to insert an element, so it is saying queue is full. Okay, queue is full because the size of an array is 3. Already the 3 elements are there. The queue is full. Now if I try to remove the elements 2, 43 is deleted. Again 2, 55 is deleted. Again 2, 67 is again I'm trying to delete. Now it is saying queue is empty. If I give any other number, invalid choice, and if I give 0, you are going to exit from the program. So this is what is the execution of the program. Now let us see now the working of this program, how the program is going to work. So now, see here after declaring the required header files here. So I have a queue pointer. Why I have taken here is because I am going to create an array dynamically. Then which is where front is assigned to -1. Array is assigned to -1 in the beginning globally. Size I have to give. And next I have to create a queue. Next I have to create a queue. So the size is not mentioned right now. Now in the program, see here at this point. Okay, before this, these are what the functions which I am going to define in my program. The queue insert, queue delete, and queue display. So these are the prototypes which are being mentioned here. Then we have enter the size of the array. Enter the size of the array. I am entering the size. Now assume that the size of the array is 3. Size of the array is 3, so I am giving it as 3. Then an array of size, and the next position q is equals to int star malloc of size into size of integer. That is 3 into size of integer. Now an array of size 3 is created here dynamically. So which contains the elements here at 0 position, 1 position, and 2 position. Fine. 0 position, 1 position, 2 position. Now a menu is displayed here for Q insert, Q delete, and Q display. So again, while 1 in the sense, as I told you yesterday, it is an infinite loop which is repeated continuously. Now I am entering the choice. If the choice is 1, okay, so we have another variable here, ch. If the choice is 1, so Q insert is called. If the choice is 2, the Q delete is called. If the choice is 3, Q display is called. If it is 0, we are going to exit from the program. And any other than 1, 2, 3, 0, if anything else is entered here, then it is going to display as an invalid choice. Now, next thing here which we will discuss is about how actually the element is inserted here. Now, if suppose if friend is equals to rare plus 1, if friend is equals to rare plus 1, when it happens friend is equals to rare plus 1, okay, so just I will go back to that, yeah, as I told you, our implementation now is a circular queue. As I told you, if suppose friend is at 1, assume that friend is at 1, and now because it is a circular queue, rare is at a 0, or suppose rare is 0, then when friend is equals to rare plus 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, okay, then the queue is full. That is one condition. Or if friend is equals to 0 and rare is equals to size minus 1. If suppose friend is at 0 and rare is at 7, that is size is 8. The size of this array is 8. If friend is 0 and size is 7, sorry, rare is pointing to 7, then also the queue is full. So simply we'll say the queue is full and we are going to return. Got it? So I hope you understood this condition. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, Amma, fine. Thank you. Okay, now if rare is equals to size minus 1, rare is equals to, means if this condition fails, then if rare is equals to size minus 1, and means if suppose the rare is at 7, if rare is at 7, okay, so of course the size is 8 here. If rare is equals to size minus 1, means that is 7, then rare is equals to 0. It has to be, it should come here at 0th position. Else if friend is equals to minus 1, if both are, means if your list is, if your queue is empty, in such case both friend and rare will be pointing to minus 1. Then friend is equals to 0 and rare is equals to 0. Both you are pointing to 0 here. Both you are pointing to 0. Then else rare is equals to rare plus 1. Now you are incrementing the rare. Now see here, because our list is empty now, rare is now we will come from the beginning. Friend is equals to rare plus 1. What is friend? Minus 1. Minus 1 is equals to rare plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. This condition is false. And friend is equals to 0 and rare is equals to size minus 1. This condition is also false because rare is minus 1. That's why this condition is false. Now it comes here. Rare is equals to size minus 1. What is rare? Minus 1. Minus 1 is equals to size 3 minus 1, 2. That is also false. Else if friend is equals to minus 1, it is true. Then friend is 0. Rare is 0. Both friend and rare will become 0. Now it comes here because only one, if, else if and else, only this condition is satisfied. Now it jumps here. Enter the element to be inserted. So we are giving some values. Say example, I have given 15. Okay, then 15 is inserted. So q of rare is equals to n. Q of 0 is equals to 15. So the 15 is inserted at the 0th position. Okay. Now again, if you are calling for ray to insert another element, again it comes to the beginning. Front is equals to rare plus 1. So front is 0, rare plus 1, 0 plus 1, 1, false. Front is 0, rare is equals to size minus 1. This is also false. Then it comes here, rare is equals to size minus 1. So rare is 0, size 0 is equals to 2 is also false. Okay. Then else if front is equals to minus 1, this is also false. Else rare is equals to rare plus 1. Now rare becomes 1. Rare becomes 1. Now enter a number to be inserted. A number is inserted. Okay, scanf percentage d ampersand of n. Then rare is equals to q of rare is equals to n. Q of rare is equals to n. So here, for example, n is 25. So 25 is inserted. The third time again, if I try to insert now. If I try to insert. So front is equals to rare plus 1. Front is 0, rare plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. False. It is false. Then front is equals to 0 and rare is equals to size minus 1. So rare is 1, 1 equal to 2 is also false. Then it comes here, rare is equals to size minus 1. If rare is equals to size minus 1, it is also false. Else if front is equals to minus 1, it is also false. Then rare is equals to rare plus 1. Now it becomes 2. It becomes 2. Then again another element is inserted. Now for suppose it is 35. So 35 is inserted. Again go back. Now assume that fourth time I am trying to insert an element into a queue here. Then front is equals to rare plus 1. Okay, front is equals to 0, rare plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. It is false. Or front is equals to 0, true, and rare is equals to size minus 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. 2 is equals to. Now this condition is true. Front is equals to 0 and rare is equals to. Now simply it will say Q is full and it is going to return. It is going to return. Okay, so that's it. Now if suppose I want to remove the element. Just want to remove the element. Now if suppose front is equals to minus 1. If front is minus 1, then Q is empty. Now front is not minus 1. Then deleted element. What is the element to be deleted? Q of front. Now 15 is deleted. Q of 0, 15 is deleted. Deleted in the sense, for assume that it is deleted, it is removed. So front should go to the next position. See, if front is equals to rare, front is 0, rare is equals to 2. No, false. Else if front is equals to size minus 1. So front is equals to 3 minus 1, 2. False. In that case, front should become 0. Or else front plus plus. No, front becomes 1. Here it is. Front becomes 1. Deletion in the sense here, the front will be moved. Though the element may be existing in the array, the element is removed. That's it. Likewise, the remaining elements are removed from the elements. I will share these two programs today after the class. You just work out by taking some example and all possible conditions. The stack program and the queue program. You work on that. And then you can come back to me in the next class if you have any doubt regarding this. Okay, so I'll just don't go further beyond this for deletion. Now, this also, the display also, if front is equals to minus 1, you can say the queue is empty. Or if front is greater than rare, then I is equals to front, I less than size, I plus plus. First of all, the elements is displayed, and if for I is equals to 0, I less than rare, I plus plus, then remaining elements are displayed there. Understood. So, front is greater than rare here. In such cases, first of all, those elements will be displayed. and then the remaining elements will be displayed. So you can also work on this particular piece of code and see how actually the elements are displayed there. Got it? Otherwise, if suppose this condition is to front is greater than rear, then this particular piece of code will be executed, or else simply front is equals to 0, I less than means I is equals to front, I less than or equal to rear, I plus plus, all the elements in the queue will be displayed accordingly. Got it? So that is about queue here. So any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So no doubts?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, Amma. So I'll be sharing you this lab programs also, and also these two programs today. Just work on that, and you can come back with your doubts if you have any doubts in the next class. So I hope you people are working. So thank you so much. Okay, just wait.